y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Christiana and I am back with another video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I promise you, you're gonna love it here. Okay, so today, as you see, we got some guests with us. From right to left, this is the lovely Victoria, the beautiful one of a Jackie, and the sexiest and always fashionable Nova. I'm weak. So today we are doing a girls night in. I asked you guys some questions on Instagram and on TikTok. Told you guys to leave me your suggestions for topics, messy situations, honey, and overall advice. And you guys came through with the questions, so we're gonna answer those and also talk about some general topics today. So if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, then just keep watching. All right, so we got our drink. Let's go ahead and get into the first question. All right, y'all, so somebody asked, is it hard to keep friends or harder to be a good friend? Who wants to start?
I'll start then.
Go ahead.
I think it's harder to keep friends.
Okay.
Because being a good friend is easy to like be used by people that aren't necessarily the greatest people. So.
Facts.
I agree.
I think it's harder to be a good friend. I'm gonna go on the contrary because I feel like you have to love people and be a friend to people in the way that they need you to be a friend to them. You can't be the kind of friend you want to be. So like some people might need for you to like check on them all the time and give them advice, and some people might be like, stay out my business, just, you know, support me in my goals. And some people might, you know, like, so I feel like everybody needs something different, and it's harder to be a good friend to everybody else based on what they need.
True.
So that's where I stand on that one. I think it's hard to be a good friend, but also keeping friends because these hoes is
Weird.
they weirdos. They be weirdos. What you think, baby?
I think it's hard to keep them.
Okay, why you say that?
Just cause like, you know, we adults, we live life day to day. You may have a high maintenance friendship and then once you talk all the time, I can't do that, boom, friend gone. Or you might be a low maintenance friend and somebody might not realize that and they think just cause you don't talk to them, you're not friends no more, boom, friend gone. Like,
Ooh,
that's
true.
It's so easy to lose friends.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's really true. What you think, Victoria?
Yeah, because I feel like it's harder to like keep them too, because like we all grown, so we all have a life, so
Yeah,
we're not
it
able
depends.
to text and talk all the time and keep up. It don't mean that we're not friends, you know, but
Right.
some people don't look at it like that way.
All right, so look, sis, it might be hard to keep them, it might be hard to be one. You just gotta be the best friend you can be, and you'll attract the kind of people who value that kind of friendship.
Exactly.
So let's get spicy real quick. Okay, how often is sex needed in relationships?
I think it's often.
Look, who wanna start this one? Cause I feel like it varies.
Okay, look.
It varies.
I feel like needed in a relationship, at least when it comes to needing, 1 to 2 times a week. Now, when you want to, now that's a different story.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna say it depends on the people, because you could have one very sexual person and one less sexual person, and what their needs are is different than what the other person's needs are. So first of all, make sure you with somebody that got the same sex drive as you, so that way the needs is level. Cause
Yeah, that could be a thing.
yeah, for me, I think sex is needed at least a few times a week. I'm gonna say at least 3 to 4 times a week.
No, facts. 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
I agree.
What you think?
I
She said 3 to 4 times a day.
I would say
I'm gonna bust it down. Put a kid up.
I definitely would say like at least 3 to 4 times a week, but also like you said, it's dependent on the people.
Every day?
Every day.
Monday,
shit.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
You get
Thursday,
some
Friday, Saturday.
Okay, look. I don't know about it.
I think 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, 3 to 4 times a week. And
It's
if you know
healthy.
y'all got different, you know, sex drives, you better secure a rose or something. Secure a rose, and he secure one of them things I be seeing on TikTok. They be advertising them as dog paw washers.
Oh, the little male roses. Have you seen them? They be all soapy.
Bro,
I have
they be
not.
wild.
They
Like,
be
I'm scared.
wild. Look, your TikTok gonna be TikToking like our TikTok be TikToking.
I don't know about that one.
I need to be on
Alright.
Toy Talk.
Toy talk.
Dog toy talk.
Yeah.
Whatever it
Moral of the story is it needs to be more than once a week.
Yeah.
And if I feel like if you don't want to sleep with somebody at least once a week,
You're not compatible.
you're not attracted to that person.
Yeah, you're not
attracted to that
attracted.
person because
That's a problem.
I'd be looking at Nova like,
Relax, dog. Relax.
Okay,
And that's how it should be.
And exactly.
period. Okay. This one says, I've been dating a guy for over a year exclusively. he has not asked me to be his GF. Red flag? Question mark.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
I feel
She
like
said
that-
for what? For how long?
A year.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And he didn't ask her to be your girl. Girl, he is playing in your face.
He is.
And clearly you like Six Flags.
You like amusement parks.
You like music, but baby, if you don't,
A year is that's.
Y'all just F buddies.
at this point,
Friends
and
with
you
benefits.
and you've shown him that you don't require anything more
Yeah.
because he's been able to keep you in that place with no growth and no commitment for a year. Baby, move on
Immediately.
and send him to jail.
Immediately.
Immediately. Sneaky links. Give your opinions on the topic and how to end a sneaky link.
I mean, back in my single days, I love me a good sneaky link.
I love how you had to preface it by back
Single days, because I was usually the sneaky link, so I like that. When you want to end it, I mean, it's just to be like, look, you know, we had fun together. You were a good one, but I'm ready to be committed, or I just don't think we should continue this.
Wait, so you would tell a person that you've been sleeping with that you're ready to be committed, but you didn't make the cut? Like, I'm ready to be committed, just not to you.
Our time has ended.
A sneaky link is typically somebody you see outside of the person in your relationship.
Really?
So yeah, that's why it's a sneaky link.
I thought sneaky link was a booty call. Is Auntie O? Is that why I don't know the difference?
I thought it was a booty call. Yeah.
I thought it was
like
both.
somebody you
I thought
like.
it could go both ways.
Okay, if it goes both ways, whatever. Say you the sneaky link and you just the side piece, then I mean, of course, it's okay. It's okay to dismiss your side piece. Look, I'm tired of cheating on my boo. Let me try to be loyal. We done. Versus like if it's just a booty call, you can just be like, you can really just be like, hey, look, I don't want to keep doing this no more. It's not. It's that simple. You don't owe them no explanation. They just a booty call.
I'm a snitch.
At the end of the day, that's what it really is. Like, it's whether it's sneaky linking because you in a relationship or sneaky linking because it's a booty call. It's a sneaky link, so you don't owe them no explanation.
No,
Like,
nothing.
I'm not interested in this anymore, or ghost ass. It's gonna hurt them, but
Ghosting works.
they knew what it was.
Ghosting is a
It is
lot.
what it is.
Yeah, they knew what it
I was
was.
like, well,
I just slow.
look like my time is over.
I was like,
Yep.
on to the next one.
No,
On
facts.
to the next one.
So wait, you wean them off though?
No,
I have done that.
You don't gotta weed. How you weeding them off from sex?
I can't
No, I wait him off from talking to him.
I was about to
Like,
say, because you gonna do what? Go from like all the way just to tip the floor play?
I mean like talking, cause you know sometimes you gotta talk.
No, because you don't really talk to your sneaky link. You
You
sit
don't.
there. No, you sit there texting. You know what's
Yeah,
up.
it's
Right.
supposed to be like, what you doing tonight?
Yeah.
That's it. That should be the
Or
only
it's
one
supposed
supposed
to be. You
This
send you
is
up,
not
and if they say
conversation
yes,
for
you
me.
know what it is.
And I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna just start saying
I ain't
no.
gonna hold you. I'm not a good sneaky
catch
link booty
feelings.
call, none of that,
Me
because
neither.
you hit this and you gotta marry me.
And we falling in love.
You gotta marry me.
That's crazy.
Put a ring on. Put it on.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Hey, this ain't no smash and dash, baby. This is stay and play. You like really never realizing, damn, I got trapped. How should you handle dating a non-affectionate person?
Don't.
I mean, it
It
depends.
depends. I guess it depends. That question prefaces that it's a negative connotation to whoever asks that.
Yeah.
So, if you're dating that person and you know that you're a, emotional person or you like affection, and they're not giving you that, then don't date them.
Right, because that's your love language at that
It
point.
is.
You
It
need,
is.
and if somebody's not loving you in your love language, then I don't think y'all are compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I agree.
You know?
Like, and if they're not showing you like I feel like there's more than one way to show affection.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So if you're not getting affection in any other way, they just not affectionate at all. They might not even like you.
Yeah, that just
Yeah.
shows no interest. Like,
Yeah.
they don't care about it.
They don't like you.
Like
don't
they
wanna see
just
me happy.
stale. Like got the personality of untoasted bread
Yeah.
when y'all around. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, you don't really like me.
We don't play like that.
No.
Ooh, this is a good one. Advice for separating from friends who no longer fit your life/mindset. 'Cause baby, I did this recently.
I mean, I feel like it's easy. Like, it depends. Like, if y'all a type of friend that hang out all the time and they start wondering, why you're not hitting them up, just, you gotta be honest. You could just be like, look, I'm trying to better myself, and right now I feel like, we on two different paths. I wish you the best in life, and, it is what it is.
So have you had to like separate yourself from anybody?
Yeah, for sure.
And so how did you do it when you when it happened?
Straight like that.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, look, you know, I wish you the best and everything, but I don't really see this friendship working out long term.
Right.
And they handled that well?
I don't know how they handled it,
Oh.
but I gave it to them, and it's up to them to handle it.
Yeah.
So you don't know how they handled. Did you block them after?
I didn't block them. They just was like, you know, okay, I understand. Same to you. Like, you know, wish you the best type thing.
Everybody ain't like that.
No, and
I
then
know,
I
not
think it's
everybody like
also
that.
dependent on how long you've been
Yeah.
friends with somebody too.
So I recently had to do this, and it's hard because somebody not fitting your mindset or your lifestyle any longer doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person or they were a bad friend. In my case, the person was an amazing friend to me. It's just the things about them that were negatives. They were big negatives, and they were affecting our friendship. They were affecting every interaction that we had together, and they were starting to become more negative interactions than positive ones. I didn't say anything. I just slowly but surely stopped texting as much, stopped calling as much, like stopped sharing, like, you know, how you call your girls when something did happen.
Right.
Like, I was no longer calling her with that news, and I think she got the vibe. I feel like the other person knows, right?
Yeah.
Like, they gotta know that something's weird, like something's not right with y'all are not clicking no more. So I think when you just distance yourself, like casually, they get the hint, and they're like, okay, you know, we're probably not in the same place no more.
Unless you have somebody that's, you know, maybe wasn't as great of a friend as you thought they were, then they'll show their ass.
I see yes.
Then they'll show their ass if they feel you like distancing or whatever, like taking your time and prioritizing your peace, then you'll see their true colors. But yeah, I think distancing is the best route when it comes to stuff like that.
And setting your boundaries.
Definitely.
Okay, so question, have y'all ever distanced yourself from a friend and had them act up? Like had a conversation and they was like, you fake da 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 da.
Yes. My last cutoff was definitely that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, was it over the phone? Like,
Over the phone, very belligerent.
not belligerent.
Belligerent. That's the nicest way I can say it without calling her names, because I'm just not that person. But yeah, it was very bad, and I couldn't get a word in edgewise. It was just, that's how I knew it was. Yeah, you weren't who I thought you were.
But that was like confirmation. Like, that's exactly why we can't be friends.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay, Victoria.
Yeah, it was with family though. So,
Oh, wow.
and I just had to, I slowly distanced myself. I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. And if they call, I just don't answer.
Yeah.
Period.
Set your boundaries.
I love the block button. Let me tell you something about the block button.
Yeah.
On my phone, she gets worked overtime.
Okay.
Call my shit the block party.
Oh, I like that.
What to do when you and your significant other are on two different paths?
I feel like that's when you just have to have that hard conversation.
Yeah, it's time to go.
That's depending on what it is though, because sometimes you can always, I don't want to say double back, but you can always, you know, revisit the path and see if it works for you guys. Because sometimes shit just be off, you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's depending on what the conversation is, but you gotta have that conversation with the person, with each other.
Right. Well, I was in this situation. I skated because I gave it a lot of time to see if our paths would merge again. And they didn't. And not only did they not merge again, we were getting further and further from each other. Our goals were becoming more and more, you know, opposing. And it wasn't making sense for us to be together. Like, at that point, we didn't want the same things at all. We weren't working towards the same things. So I think, you know, give it time to see if it's just a phase. I believe that relationships go in cycles. It's never like a consistent good time all the time.
Right.
So give it some time. But if you've given it some time, if you give it like, in my opinion, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and y'all can't come back together,
Skedaddle.
what you think, baby?
I agree with that. I feel the same way. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be.
Yeah. I just don't believe in waiting around in a relationship for things to get back together. Like, if we meet again, cool. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. We'll merge back together.
Yeah.
But if right now we're not on the same page, because I feel like if somebody's on the same path as you, then they're holding you back. Because everything you do, they don't like, and everything they do, you don't like.
Yeah.
So at that point, y'all not even on.
Y'all not on the same team.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all are not on the
against each
same
other.
team.
Yeah.
Y'all are rowing in different directions in the same damn boat. And it's stupid.
Exactly. I'll go in circles.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I feel like if you've given it some time and it's not coming back, and you adjusted with your partner, and y'all can't seem to get on the same page, it may be time to think about separating from that. Well,
I agree.
we be quick to leave every answer we've had. Bye.
That's because you're the
Okay, because you get one life, baby, and I can't be wasting it with nobody I'm supposed to be with.
To the next.
Auntie again, no.
Okay, us again, no.
I don't want to keep doing it.
How long would you be with someone before they propose?
I submit the 5th.
Okay, let me tell you something. You're talking to one engaged person, the person who also was with somebody for 8 years and didn't get proposed to. How many years was it for you?
We were together 7 years.
7 years.
No, 6 years before he proposed.
6 years before you proposed.
It was about 6 months.
6 months for you. And now, how long was it for us?
We're not going to
We're not going to disclose that information. We don't ever tell that number.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm gonna just say it really just depends on how y'all feel together.
Yeah.
I could say how long is too long to wait. I ain't waiting no 6 years. No, I'm waiting no more than 4 years.
I'm waiting no more than 2.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
You got 2 years.
I mean, it could be that too, but it could also be like they might want to wait till they're in a better position financially or career-wise. I feel like
That's a lot of their excuses,
propose
though.
is different.
Yeah, because we can get engaged and do a long engagement until we're financially stable to have a wedding.
Right.
But like, you're not gonna be playing with my time, reclaiming my time.
Period.
Yeah, 2 years should be good enough.
It don't take you that long. Every person I know who's been married told me they knew within like the first few months that they wanted to marry this person.
Exactly.
Don't let that nigga play with you.
Period.
Alpha, because we don't play like that. You have any advice for long distance relationships, especially if they're new? I would say plan things that make it feel less like long distance. Like Nova and I, we did what was it? Prime Video movie watch dates. We flew back and forth to see each other often. So we fell asleep on the phone on FaceTime. Like, it felt like Nova was a part of my daily routine. So being long distance wasn't that hard for us.
I agree. Same thing. Make it like you're right there with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like when you're long distance, I feel like you have to try harder. So that person that you're with is gonna have to understand that they're gonna have to put in extra effort to make you feel special because they're not there. Like, I have one thing that always sticks out in my mind when we were long distance is I was having a really rough week. My mom was like sick and I was just stressed out. I was really sad, and Nova sent me something every single day that, like, when I was at my lowest mentally, I knew I had her there. So even though she wasn't physically there, she was there for me in a way that honestly nobody else was, because she constantly was doing things to lift my spirits, even from that far away. That's what I knew she was a keeper, y'all.
Aww, tears.
That's beautiful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Y'all think y'all better than me?
Yeah, so that person's got to be committed to making it special, and you are too.
Yes.
Like, and sometimes you're gonna have to show a little something on FaceTime.
Yeah, you know, spice it up.
You gotta,
Little violin.
Sometimes you gotta bust it up before camera.
Violin.
Jail. Immediately.
No, more like the harp. You know, they'd be like,
That's what she means.
Harp violin.
very violent.
What is the bow? That's what I want to know. What is the bow?
Man, might turn into a DJ.
Yeah. DJ D-Rag. Look.
Jail.
You're sick. You're done.
Comedian, bro. Cut it out.
Living with your partner and how to adjust to changes in lifestyle and habits. Baby,
It's a hard one.
it's hard.
You gotta do a lot of talks. It's a lot of talks involved.
You have to be okay with having those hard conversations, those uncomfortable conversations, because baby, it is difficult. Because even if no person's wrong, like, your habits are your habits, their habits are their habits.
Right.
Nobody's wrong in how they live their life. You just have to find compromise.
Yeah. Because you are bringing two potentially separate lifestyles together as one.
Right.
So you have to find a middle ground,
Yeah.
for sure.
A lot of compromise.
A lot of compromise. And I think it's important to know, like, it's gonna be rocky at first as you try to live your life the way you're used to living it, and they try to live their lives the way they're used to living it. And so you are gonna have to be okay with like, hey, you know, this really bothers me. And you're also gonna have to be okay with compromising. Like, just because you're the clean one doesn't mean you have to be a clean freak. Just because you're the organized one, like, you can't have a hierarchy on your habits above their habits.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be, it's not going, there's not gonna be no compromise on your end if that's how it's gonna be.
Agreed. 100%.
Because I was that person. Okay, how do you get over a man? I can't seem to help myself to get over him.
Ooh, I got you. This is what you do. Go to Home Depot. Get you some lumber, some wood glue, a hammer.
Goddamn.
Build a bridge and get over that guy.
I was listening. I was like, what is she doing?
No, for real. I mean, you just gonna have to focus on you, really though. Like, focus on you. Because the more you focus on you, the less you're gonna be focused on him.
That's true.
Or do what Nova said, go to Home Depot, because I heard that's where all the good men is.
Oh, that too. Some
Period.
people say the best way to get over someone is to get under somebody else.
Right.
And, you know, it just depends on the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Right?
If you love a girl, I do not advise to do that.
Just don't get under a new man, because now you didn't transfer those emotions to a new person.
That's
You're not working on yourself.
Exactly. But I have a theory, right? So I feel like to get over somebody, you have to take all those things that you miss about that person and change them into things about you individually. So if, like, you miss having movie nights and snuggling with that person, start having movie nights with your friends or solo movie dates. If you miss, you know, hiking with that person, like, start changing all the things that you miss about that person into things that you can do and enjoy by yourself or with other people. And I think slowly but surely you'll stop missing them in your life and you'll get over them.
That's the great way to do it.
Yeah, that's
Not the right way.
But
We don't always follow.
no, we don't always do that.
Yeah.
Jesus. How early is too early to marry someone? I feel like I'm at my soulmate, only known them 6 months.
You know, if you know, you know. Just know divorce is expensive.
Yeah.
Marrying at 6 months is very fast, if that's what you're saying. I feel like you got to give it at least
Like, you could be engaged.
Don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do it.
I think don't do it. That's exactly the time frame. You said you did it too.
I did.
Yeah.
I would recommend.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, what were things that, like, you feel like if you you needed more time to know before you married that person?
Honestly, just him in general. Like, I feel like 6 months is not enough time to really get to know a person, to know if that's going to be the right fit for you.
Right.
In a sense, no matter how much you're in love or whatever, we hadn't even like conjoined lives at that point, you know, and we had got married.
I feel that.
So.
Right. I like they said, I think it's okay to get engaged, but understand that you guys still have more learning to do, because I feel like there are certain things that you can only know with time. You don't know how somebody's going to behave when you have a tragedy in your family. You don't know how somebody's going to behave when you're sick. You don't know how somebody's going to behave when finances get messed up. And those are all things that are crucial to if a relationship is going to have longevity. Those things you just don't know until you have time in. So I wouldn't say jump into marrying somebody. Now, it's fine to know. I knew on that first FaceTime phone call, when I had my bonnet on and my glasses on, that she was the one.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. I knew that after we watched Coco, but I didn't know that the first time we FaceTimed. I was just like, oh, she cool. She cool people.
Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. I didn't know. But there was a vibe, and I was like, I like it. But yeah, I knew early. I think I knew within a couple weeks that, like, Nova was my soulmate.
Damn.
I just want to know if y'all think y'all better than me.
After 6 years of marriage, how do I get my husband to date me again? Ain't none of us got no husband, so let's start there.
Okay.
Not married, never been married over here, but what I will say is, people have to learn to communicate. So people don't know unless you tell them. So that's the first thing. Like, you gotta let him know, or her know.
She said husband.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta let that person know, like, hey babe, like, I want flowers, or, you know, throw little things in that you want and see how they interact or react.
Spice things up.
Yeah. Do little stuff that you used to do in the honeymoon phase. Because sometimes, it takes two to make the relationship work. So you gotta also do the work too.
Yeah, it's important to know that nobody's a mind reader. Like, you have to vocalize what you need. Now, I will also say too, I know it sounds like I'm quick to leave somebody. The because I am. But if your partner is not receptive to that and interested in meeting your needs, that's a problem. That's a deeper problem that you need to address, because you should be able to say, hey, like, I feel like we should go on more dates. I don't feel special. I need these things. And your partner should be like, you know, instead of being combative, like, oh, I'm always working, or I'm always like, no, take that in and actively be working on it. If they're not actively looking to change that, then you got a deeper problem on your hands.
And that's why I said pay attention to how they interact and react.
All right, so the last question is, how do you get out of an unwanted relationship without hurting the other person? Who wants to start?
Me. Okay.
Start it off, baby.
I feel like nobody wants to hurt anyone, you know, especially when you're in a relationship and you did love them. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be okay being the villain.
Yes.
Like, you might not want to hurt them, but at the end of the day, feelings gonna be hurt, because if I love you and you tell me you don't want to be with me no more, all my feelings gonna be hurt.
And there's nothing you can say to soften that blow.
It's not.
Nothing at all. You're
When
just gonna have to accept that.
Yeah, when somebody has vision, their life with you, and you are crushing what their dream and their vision is, there's no easy way for them to take that. You gotta get over your fear. Duh. No, but it is. Like she said, you gotta get over your fear of being the villain. That was gonna be my words exactly. And boy, that fear of being the villain will keep you in some for a
That you
long
should not be.
time. Worried about everybody. And also too, you gotta understand that you cannot control people's perception of you. And not only can you not control it, but it's not none of your business how people perceive you.
Honestly.
Like, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, as long as you know that you move with pure intentions and you did everything you could in this relationship and it's just not working for you,
You know, the skedaddle.
I love you. Because you be on time with the...
I'm saying, because that was my first thought. Like, just say what you need to say and leave. Because if it's not working for you, it's not working for you. And at some point, you can't make that work.
Cry if you need to, but I can't stay near you.
It's the wrong thing to do.
All right, so that's the last question. Now, I have a topic before we close it out that I want to ask you guys about. So, it's a general topic. Dating in the social media age. What is it like for everybody separately? I'm going to start from the right.
I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay, we don't start with Nova. What is dating like, and what has it been like for you in the digital age?
Okay, before, it was just annoying because, you know, people just be weird. Like, what annoys me the most is that people think they know you off of your social media. And they assume, like, okay, they know everything about you. But that's not the case. And also just the fact that, you know, social media is, like, fun. You know, you meet people, you get things off your chest, but some people may read too deep into it, and then it becomes a big issue. Like, why are you liking this person pictures? Why are you doing this, that, and the third? And that's just, it just creates unnecessary insecurities and distrust sometimes. But I found my baby on TikTok, so I'm happy.
Gang. For me, it was weird because, like, when I was dating at a time where I had started to get, like, some notoriety or, like, visibility on social media. So the kind of people that were approaching me, in my eyes, were, like, a different caliber. It was, like, mostly men until Nova. So a different caliber of man. So it was cool to see that side of dating because I was dating some ballers, to be real. But in the same breath, it was terrible because those men are extremely egotistical, they're extremely narcissistic, and they see you as a trophy. You're something to be on their arm. So I had to really realize that I was being objectified because of how I present myself on social media. Even though I don't present myself in any kind of, like, you know, negative way, I was being pretty to look at, and that's all they ever see me as. So it was really irritating to break that mold and say, hey, I'm more than a pretty face. I'm more than somebody on social media, but nobody ever wanted to see me that way. But then baby came along and the rest is history.
Yes, right. I'm gonna say, for me, it's about like Nova said, weeding out like the weirdos and like separating who's real and who isn't. So as a plus size woman, it's also tough because like when you actually do be feeling yourself, quote unquote, then you get objectified, and then there's more weirdos to weed through. So I just feel like social media makes everything a lot harder than what it should be as far as dating. It's cool to like get the exposure and see people in their different elements, but as far as dating is concerned, it's the worst.
Especially as a plus size woman, you have to deal with that fetishization. And it is so frustrating to find somebody who genuinely just likes you and isn't interested in like what you can offer them sexually. Because that's really what it be. Like they vision you and they immediately think sex.
Yeah.
And you can be portraying nothing sexual. But they're fetishizing you. They don't actually like you. They don't actually value your body as a plus size woman. They value what they can get out of it or put into it.
And that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like it gives men and maybe women too a lot of balls. Like they just come in your DM saying whatever they want. Sometimes
Reckless.
real
It's
reckless.
that security of the screen.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I've seen couples come out of it. So it's really up to the person.
If you had to choose, would you prefer to meet somebody in person or online?
In person.
In person.
I'll take in person for sure.
I would definitely say online, but that's just because of my social anxiety.
Okay.
But like I said, because of what I've experienced with social media, it would definitely probably be better for me to meet somebody in person.
I think in person is just more organic.
It is.
And you literally
It is.
do not know, you have no preconceived notions about the person.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you don't have any like thought, that's already been, given to you based off what they do put out. Because a lot of people aren't even what they supposed to be. Supposed to be.
Hey.
Like they're not that. So it's like meeting in person is better. Like
Definitely. And there's not that awkward like, are you gonna like me in person thing? Like, or that is our vibe still gonna be the same once we see each other in person? So I think meeting in person would definitely be better. Okay. So do you think that like social media has kind of ruined dating in a sense, or do you think it's improved it?
I wouldn't say it's ruined it. I'd say it's added different elements that not everybody will like. Cause think about it. You have online dating now. Like what is that thing? Christian Mingle. Like you have all these Hinge, Tinder, all these different ways where you can blackpeoplemeet.com, all these other ways where you can meet people outside of your state or city and potentially, find an actual lover. But I mean the downside also is like, you never know if that person behind the screen is real, hence, catfishing or, having a false ideology in your head about a person.
Right.
And hoping they live up to what you perceive them to be. You feel me?
It's the AC.
I know.
I need 2 drinks in. I was like, wait a second. Not today, Lord. Okay, that was actually my next question. So has anybody here ever been catfished?
I have.
Would y'all mind sharing your catfish stories?
I mean, I don't want to share mine.
My catfish one wasn't even really like nothing crazy because I was in like high school. So and it's like I kind of knew because I was like, this person never FaceTime. They only send pictures, and then I ended up finding the real person on Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah, they catfish. Like it didn't get that deep. You feel me?
How'd you find them on Instagram?
We didn't have to go see next.
What did I do? What did I do to find them on Instagram? I think I either looked up like I reverse engineered the picture they sent me, and I think that's how I found them.
You're not sharing your catfish story. I've never been catfished, but actually, I got close. So I was in college, and my friend was talking to this dude online, and you know how like you're on the phone with people or whatever, and people in the background. This dude had people in the background, and I was in the background with my friend, and he was like, "Oh, who's that?" Blah 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 blah. And my homie wants to know who that is, and so she sent her dude a picture of me, and was like, "Oh, this is my friend." And he was like, "Oh, my homie said like she's fine. Can he get her number?" I'm stupid. I'm like, "Yeah, give him my number." So he sends me a picture of himself. Boing, 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 boing. And I'm like, and then he had another friend who wanted to hook up with our other friend, and he's fine. And it's this fine nigga, that fine nigga, and I'm like, ain't that many fine niggas in one group? Something is off.
Yeah.
And then like we could never get them all on the phone at the same time. They were never all like it was just some weird stuff, and we finally started realizing like, oh, all of these niggas is catfishes.
Thanks.
I was like, why? People are weird.
You got a lot of time on your hands.
Right.
Man,
That's a lot of
social
work.
media for you. Like, I feel like the best way to like explain it is like, you know, when you in a car, like you feel invincible. You feel like, you know, you can have your road rage, go off on somebody, but you're not gonna be like that if you face to face with them.
Right.
And it's because you have that safety of being in a bubble. It's the same thing in social media. You got that safety of behind the screen, so you can be whoever you want to be.
It gives
It's a
people a lot of
safety
confidence.
A lot. Because sometimes that confidence be pissing me off. Because
It do.
like, what made you think you had a shot with me? Like, you looked at me and thought like, oh, we're here.
Absolutely. Yes, that happens a lot.
And
they stay in the request box.
Bro, I need to have the confidence of a man.
Me too.
If I had the confidence of half the men in my DMs, I don't know where I'd be. I'd be Kanye West level.
Me too.
Because Kanye confidenced his way into every room he was ever in. I'd be on Kanye West shit if I had that confidence. Moral of the story is, be confident like a man in your DMs. Alright y'all, so that is all we have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This was super fun for us to do. So let us know if y'all want us to do this again. We would love to. Leave your comments down below and also chime in on the conversations down below in the comment section. Let us know your viewpoints on this, or if you've been in any of these situations and you can offer some advice to the people who ask for advice in this segment. So that is all. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye!